Hi, my dear children. This is your science ma'am. How are you all? I hope you are fine. Before beginning the class, I have to ask a question. Did you all copy the notes in your science notebook? Yes? Only very few of them sent a snapshot of your notes to me. What about others? My dear children, I have to see how you have written your notes. Okay? After completing the notes, take a snapshot and send it to me personally. Okay? Let's begin the class. We have completed chapter 3 in our previous classes. Today we are going to learn the question answers in the chapter 3. Okay? Take your science notebook and take a pencil. Today we are going to clarify all your doubts and today we are going to learn the question answers in the chapter 3. Okay? Shall we begin? Okay. First we are going to learn answer the following questions in one or two sentences. Okay? The first question. What are animals classified as based on their habitat? Okay, how the animals are classified based on their habitat. Based on their habitat, animals are classified as terrestrial animals, aquatic animals, and aerial animals. Based on their habitat. Habitat means the place where they are living. Okay, habitat means the place where they are living. Based on their habitat, animals are classified as terrestrial animals, aquatic animals, and aerial animals. Okay, did you understand? Okay, the next question. What are the challenges faced by the animals living in deserts? What are the challenges? Okay, what are the challenges faced by the animals living in the desert regions? Okay, animals that live in the desert face challenges such as getting and conserving moisture. The first challenge is to get the moisture from the air and to conserve the moisture, okay, and to defend themselves from extreme climatic conditions, okay, and to prevent themselves from the extreme climatic condition, because in the daytime the summer is very hot and in the night time it is very cold. Okay, so the climate is changing between day and night, so they have to conserve themselves from the extreme climatic condition. So the answer is animals that live in the desert face challenges such as getting and conserving moisture and defending themselves from extreme climatic conditions. Okay, the next question. What is blubber? How does it help penguins? What do you mean by blubber? Okay, how it helps to penguins? How it helps penguins? Blubber is the layer of fat under the skin of some animals. Blubber is a layer of fat. Okay, blubber is a layer of fat. It helps penguins to keep them warm in cold winter. Blubber means it is a layer of fat under the skin. It is present under the skin of some animal. What's the use of this blubber? It helps the penguin to keep them warm. Okay, in the cold winter, it helps the penguin to keep them warm. Okay. So blubber is a layer of fat under the skin of some animals. It helps penguins to keep them warm in cold winter. Okay. And then fourth question. How are bats adapted to flying? Okay. How the bats are adapted to flying? Bats have light streamlined bodies. Okay, bats have light and streamlined bodies and they have three different kinds of feathers. Okay, they have three different kinds of feathers and hollow bones. Okay, it have hollow bones which help them to fly in the air. So what are the characteristics? First, the bat have light, streamlined bodies, and three different kinds of feathers, and then hollow bones that help them to fly in the air. Okay, then what is camouflage? Give two examples. What do you mean by camouflage? Give two examples. Camouflage is an adaptation that animals use so that they cannot be easily seen by their predators. Predators. Okay, predators. What do you mean by camouflage? Camouflage is an adaptation. Okay, it's a type of adaptation. One or few animals have this type of adaptation. So what's the speciality of this adaptation? They cannot be easily seen by their predators or enemies. Okay, they cannot be easily find out by their predators or enemies. For example, stick insect. Stick insect look exactly like twigs. Okay, stick insect exactly it looks like a twigs when they stand still. Okay, a chameleon can change its body color to match the color of its surrounding. Okay, chameleon, we all know that chameleon will change the color of the body according to the place where they are. Okay, they change the color according to their surrounding. So camouflage is an adaptation some animals have. So some animals will use to prevent them from predators. Okay, so we move on to the next question. Answer the following questions. Okay, the first question, mention any four adaptations in camels that help them to live in the desert. Mention any four adaptations in camels that help them to live in the desert. The following are four adaptations in camels that help them to live in the desert. Okay, first, the camels have special eyelids that protect their eyes from sand and dust particles. Camels have special type of eyelids that protect their eyelid from dust and sand particles. Okay, they have nostrils that can close. Nostrils mean nose that can able to close. This prevent the sand from entering their nose. Okay, this help the camel to prevent their nose from entering the sand. Okay, they have a wide padded feet that help them walk on sand easily without sinking it. They have a wide padded feet. Okay, it have a very padded feet which help them to walk on the sand easily without sinking into it. Okay, they have thick lips. Okay, they have thick lips so that they can eat the prickly desert plant without feeling the pain. Okay, the lips are so thick they can eat the prickly pear plant. We have learned the prickly pear plant in the second chapter. The prickly pear plant have thorns, so they can prevent the prickly pear plant have prevent themselves by using this thorn. Okay, but camel have the ability to eat this prickly pear plant without feeling the pain. Okay, so these are the adaptation in animals that live in the desert. Okay, the next question, how is polar bear adapted to live in the cold Arctic region? Okay, how the polar bear is adapted to live in this cold Arctic region. The polar bear's white fur that help it to blend into the snow and ice. First major adaptation is the polar bear's skin is white in color. So the fur of the animal is white in color. So it helps to blend into the color of the snow or ice. Okay. It also has a layer of fat under its skin. Okay, it has a layer of fat under its skin which help them to stay warm. Okay, the wide large paws help the plant polar bear to walk in the snow. Okay, so their legs are wide and large, so it helps them to walk in the snow. Okay, so it helps them to walk in the snow. And the third question, what are the adaptations that help penguin live in the Antarctic region? Okay, what are the adaptations the penguins have to live in the Antarctic region? The following are the adaptation that penguin live in the Antarctic region. Okay, first one, penguins have streamlined bodies and webbed feet for powerful swimming. Penguins have streamlined bodies and webbed feet. In the chapter we have learned what do you mean by webbed feet. The feet are joined by a skin. Okay, the fingers of the feet are joined by the skin which helps them for powerful swimming. Okay, Their wings are modified into flippers, which help them swim under the water. Okay, their wings. Okay, their wings are modified as a flipper, which helps them to swim in the underwater. Penguins have thick skin and layer of fat under their skin to keep them warm in cold weather. Okay, penguins have thick skin. Okay, and a layer of fat under their skin to help them to keep warm in the cold weather. Okay, unlike other bats, penguins have heavy solid bone. Unlike other bats, while comparing the penguin with the other bats, the penguin have heavy and solid bone that help them to stay underwater, which helps them to stay in the underwater. Okay. Next question. How are amphibians adapted to live both land and in water? Give example. How the amphibians have the adaptation to live in both land and in water. Amphibians can live both on land and in water. Amphibians can live both land and in water. Example, frog and crocodile. Okay, example, frogs and crocodile. They are adapted to live both on land and in water in the following ways. Frogs have webbed feet which helps them to swim in the water. Frogs have webbed feet which helps them to swim in the water. Frogs have moist skin through which they can breathe underwater. They also have lungs through which they can breathe on land. Okay. Already we have learned in the class, frogs breathe through two ways. While it is in the land, it breathe through their lungs. While it is in the water, it breathe through their moist skin. Okay. Crocodiles cannot breathe underwater, but they can hold their breath for more than an hour. Crocodiles do not have the ability to breathe inside the water, but they can hold their breath inside the water for more than an hour. Okay, more than 1 hour. Turtles have fin-like organs called paddles for swimming. Okay, turtles have fin-like organs which is called as a paddles, which is used for swimming. Okay. Then next question. What are the different kinds of feathers in the bats mentioned their uses? Okay, what are the different types of feathers in the bats and their uses? First one, flight feather. What are the three types of feathers? Flight feather, tail feather and down feather. Okay, flight feather, tail feather and down feather are the three kinds of feathers in the birds. First one, flight feather. Flight feather on the wings help them to fly. Okay, the flight feather is on the wings which helps them to fly. The second one is tail feather, which helps them to change the flying direction. Okay, tail feather helps them to change the flying direction. The soft down feather keep them warm. The soft down feather will keep them warm. Okay. So my dear children, we have learned all the question answers in the chapter 3. If you have any doubt, you can ask me, you can chat me or you can call me personally. Okay. After completing the note, take a snapshot and send it to me personally. I have to see how my children are copying the notes. Okay. So children, thank you. Bye.